Alright, welcome back to Hearthstone gameplay. In our previous episode, we were using old decks. We were using a legendary control warrior, as well as a mid-range hunter. These are old, out-of-meta decks, so we were struggling quite a bit. We had 7,200 Arcane Dust before. We used about 6,400 of that now to create a Evolve Shaman deck. So, I've never played with the Evolve card, as well as I don't play with Shaman often. So, this is going to be an interesting change of pace. However, it is in meta. We are seeing people do pretty decent with it. So, I figured we'd give it a shot, see what we can do with it, see if there's anything that we like about it, and see what we want to do. So, we do not want to. Let's put it over to Wild here. Let's get it. A little controversial here. I'm not really a fan of them switching up Wild, Standard, all that stuff. I used to have a lot of decks that I enjoyed. Once they started doing all the weird removing a bunch of cards after a couple years, as well as switching things over to separate deck styles, that's when I started to get a little less interested. All the time put into it and the money spent on cards just kind of got thrown out of the way when they did that. Transform a friendly minion into one that costs one more. We'll keep these three for now. If we get a lot of minions out, maybe Sea Giant becomes pretty cheap. Not quite sure how to approach playing this card.
Greetings.
Well, this entire hand, I should say. Let's greet the man real fast. Transform your minions into random minions that cost one more. Wow, that's actually... Let's see if we can get away with playing this. It's an overload 1.
There's little time.
But if he leaves it alone, we'll have 2 next turn. We can coin it. We're gonna do it. Let's coin Evolve here. End it out. I should have attacked his face first. That was a mistake on my part. We're still trying to pick up the game where we left off. At least we're learning our mistakes now instead of not even noticing them. Whenever you play a combo card, add a random combo card to your hand. That'd be good if I had combo cards. Your friendly minion, spell damage 1. Too bad I missed out on that. Magnetic and poisonous is actually good.
I must consider.
Alright, let's see how we want to approach this. Could mutate, could get a totem out, maybe a totem, get the totem that gives us extra damage. That would be nice. We want to try and keep things on the field, however, for a Sea Giant. I think that we totem, see what we come up with. That's unfortunate. I say we go all face here. I mean, what can he really do? I think our whole goal here is damage. We're not going for control. We're going to let him try and figure out how to control this. I don't like this one. I don't want to mutate it necessarily, though.
There's little time.
I probably could have done something there with that death rattle. I don't think I read that initially. I actually just picked up on that. What's Desert here? Summon 2 one by one. Ooh, we have a couple good plays here. We could... Let's see. So Desert Hare will fill the board and we'll get Sea Giant for 1. But we would have nowhere to place Sea Giant. And then we won't be able to afford him yet. So I say that we
I wonder.
trade here. we do the Desert Hare regardless, just to keep options on the board. And then we attack. That was a missed play as well right there.
That was a mistake.
We should have played the Desert Hare first, then traded to get that extra damage on the field. Again, at least we're noticing these things as we're doing them. A few minor mistakes at rank 25 shouldn't really destroy us here. Little tiki mask over there.
I must consider.
Yeah, you must consider. It's a pretty full board against you right now. Okay, he doesn't have any board clears just yet. I'm not too concerned about that. I think the play here is we drop the Sea Giant and do Soul of the Murloc. Then attack face. I don't think he can continue to respond to these. I think we're too fast for him to keep up. I could mutate one of these 3-cost. If that's considered a death as well, we'll get a Murloc out of it. He needs a strong board clear though. He could always snatch the 8x8. I can't remember the exact cards. It makes it kind of tough to play the game. It's hard to anticipate their board clears or their tempo plays when it's hard to remember what the specific cards are that they could be playing and their mana cost. But that's just from not playing the game frequently and recently. You're done, bro. It's a good game. Especially done now. Should we just mutate for fun? I will do it, why not? We'll see what this gives us. Wow, so good. Stealth for 1 turn, your minions, battle cries, and combos trigger twice. That might be cool in the future. Boom. Well, that was a lot better than our Hunter deck, as well as the Warrior deck. Win 4 more games to earn your season chest. Let's see if we can take this 2 in a row. I didn't used to play Hearthstone often. It's been a long time since I've played it pretty frequently. Back probably in 2015, 2016. I mean, I'm 21 years old now, and back when I was playing Hearthstone, I believe was in sophomore or junior year of high school. I would sit in class and play it on my phone. It's been a very long time. And way back then, that's when I used to be into it. I'd reach top 10 ranked in the ladders, but not like top 10 players, but like I'd reach rank 10 and higher in the ladders. But I mean, with how much has changed, and with the big part of this game is really knowing how long that you can keep things going and anticipate out what cards they're going to play, and anticipate, hey, at this point, you know, they might have a Consecrate or whatever. Memory's a little foggy on the majority of those though, so we're just going to have to try and take it step by step, see what we remember, see what we pick up on, try and be a little more observant, and not do silly mistakes like not make the plays in the correct order to get all of our death rattle benefits and things like that. We're going to break this one and restart. That's taking a little while. See if we can find us a worthy opponent. really found a little glitch in the system. This is the longest I've ever waited for a game. I guess Wild isn't as popular as Standard is. Wild allows you to have more tempo-based plays, though, even if they're considered a little more unfair. Oh, there we go. Not a mopey mage, but a worthy opponent. Playing a paladin. Okay, so paladins do have consecrate, which we were just talking about. I don't believe consecrate kicks in until 4 mana. So that's something we're gonna have to be wary of and try and hope he doesn't get one on hand.
None will survive.
What is this? If your deck what? What was that? If your deck has only odd cost cards, upgrade your hero power. Summon 2. Okay, that's gonna be obnoxious. Alright, let's get it. Let's be polite here. Is there like a secret code here?
Well met.
Oh my gosh, this guy's gonna be obnoxious. Okay. So, give a friendly minion +1 attack and rush. That's not very beneficial right now. Transform a friendly minion to one that costs more. I mean, we could mutate it. But for something a little better there. It does benefit us more. We're gonna end our turn right there. Whenever this minion is healed, summon a 2/2.
The light
It's a good thing I'm a
dims.
shaman, am I right? Oh my gosh. What is up with the divine shields?
Reporting for duty.
I don't know if I'm really equipped to handle a deck like his. How do we go about this? I guess let's go ahead and take out two damage, overload. That'll give us +2 attack the next turn. It's not really an immediate thing though. Give a friendly minion +1 attack and rush. Would that allow this to attack a second time? I don't believe it does. He's just gonna trade those. He's gonna have 2 1/1s after. I don't necessarily want to use this yet without rush.
There is little time.
I need it. He's just gonna keep. We can see if this works or not. Did it work? No.
Already attacked.
That was a learning experience. That was worth it. Take the basket lid off. Maybe a snake in there or something. That's good at least. He traded that out. He's out tempoing me right now though, especially with that upgraded hero power. I really haven't had good draws. Wow. Okay, let's take out the elemental, and then this is just a strictly tempo play that we need here, I feel like. Should we... Now the question is... Oh, I thought... Okay, I misread
That was
how
a
that
mistake.
happens. Okay, well, we're just gonna move past that and act like that didn't happen.
I wonder. Elements
Let's
guide
take our
you.
overload and we're just gonna take 3 to the face. We need to start getting some damage in, make him feel a little bit of pressure. That was an unfortunate play. I should have 2 1/1s with me. Oof. That's rough. I didn't want him to trade that out. I didn't
Reporting
need
for
that.
duty.
We were pretty set up there for some good to happen. Oof. It's got rush at least, but I mean at what cost? I'm just gonna be trading. If I play a totem, I'm going to be down to 2 mana crystals. It's not going to be enough to use him. I need to get something on the board. I need to get more minions out, but I'm not really finding much. Do I go for another face hit here, or do I clear? Let's clear that. Let's try to make it a little tougher. That didn't have... It did have rush. Oh my gosh. I'm taking my time from now on. We're making too many mistakes. We're not going to win if we keep making mistakes. 5 1x1s? Okay. That's not going to help me out much here. That's not going to help out much here. Actually, that is going to help out much here. He's a 7.
What to do?
I think we have to evolve him here. I don't want to, but I think we have to. I think we totem it out and evolve. Let's totem. Trade. Evolve.
Job's done.
Oh, come on, dude. That's what we got for an 8 cost? Oh my gosh. That was our 8 cost return? He's gonna do the thing where the silver hands get 2 extra damage. How many mana crystals is that? Is that why he did it? Yep. He had Stormwind. If I lose to a guy who's using Stormwind Champion, I'm gonna be real upset. We gotta do something, dude. +3 attack. That's not gonna... It's not gonna help. Plus wind, kill Stormwind. And then that's our entire play. That's all we have. I guess we benefited from this, but... I think that's our only play.
For the Empress.
Stormwind Totem. Give me the one with taunt. Hey, that worked kind of well, I guess. 15 health. This deck needs card draw, because if you don't get a good starting hand, you're kind of just struggling. Summon 2 more 1x1s. Is there no board clear on this deck? I guess it's just expecting me to have a lot of cards on hand, but I just don't. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get wrecked. I'm done. That was a poor start. Let's look. We're gonna concede. We're gonna accept defeat, and we're gonna see if we can't go 2 for 3 here. We lost. At least we got to keep our 1 star. Let's do it again. We got it. That was a terrible start hand. Who knows? Maybe even that paladin deck is a direct counter. Don't know. But that was rough.
Ro versus Gul'dan.
A warlock shouldn't be bad.
For Doomhammer.
Let's keep Vicina. This is actually not a trash start hand. I think Vicina actually might be one. I think we might need to dump Vicina and hope for another 1 cost or 2 cost. That's not really what we were looking for, but I'll take it. That's fine. That's cool, dude. Lightning bolt it. I mean, he took 3 for it, and then I just trash it immediately. That's not a bad play. Let's do it. We'll just trash it. Doesn't matter. We really need some of our...
Why do you call?
Hey, that's cool, bro. could coin trade.
Elements guide me.
Job's done.
Mutate back to back.
In the light's name.
That's cool. It's kind of weird to use a light warden on a warlock class, but I mean, whatever, dude. To each their own. Summon 2 1x1s. Now that's not bad. This is where we get the ball rolling a little bit. Let's do that. I don't know if I want to open the field to that just yet. We can go ahead and transform. We don't have to let it stay. Let's go ahead and transform so we have 1 higher. There we go. That was a good trade. I'll take that. He's actually a good card. 1 less per attack. Yeah. Damn. Instant counter. He had to discard though. He had to work for that. I think that's still a win on our part. We can trade one of those out. Let's see what totem we get. That's not bad, I guess. Let's go ahead and trade 1 out. Summon a random 2 cost. Wow. That played perfect for us to continue to have. And we got a great 2 cost. Not necessarily great. Okay, don't get confused, but not like a really terrible one. I think we end it here. He could have Hellfire. He could Hellfire this. Isn't that what it's called? Hellfire? Does 3 to everybody? That's what we can't have right now, because we have a Sea Giant next turn. We need him to try and counter with... Okay, I don't think he can afford it now. Is it a... I think it might be a 3 cost, actually. If he has that...
This time.
Okay, well, that was a surprise one. I think he should have at least played it out, but I think we did have it. Alright. Well, I'm enjoying the Shaman class. It's not terrible. It's definitely a good deck. I think it's just the growing pains of having to relearn all the minute details of playing this game and things to keep in mind when playing this game. But we'll get better as we go, and we'll pick up in the next one.